What's going on YouTube? Audiophile here. Today I'm going to be looking at the Taurus pt809. For those of you unfamiliar with the 809, it is a full frame, double stack 9mm. It is a cool firearm. Yes, it is empty. Mag's empty. It's all empty. Nothing in it. It's a great firearm. It's a 17+1, so you get the double stack. It's 17+1. You hold one in it. It's cool in the fact that it's an ambidextrous gun, and what I mean by that is it's got controls on both sides. You've got your takedown bar, obviously, and you've got your slide release, then you've got your decock and your mag drop. But on the opposite side, you've got all the same stuff. So it's cool that it's ambidextrous if you're left-handed or if you're right-handed and in a pinch, whatever you got going on. It is cool for that alone. It has several other features. It's got the rail for whatever you'd like to mount there. I don't mount anything to my rails on the bottom of my handguns because, well, I trust my eyes and I've shot long enough to be accurate without relying on something else. But that's your own taste, discretion, or if you're tactical, you can head that route yourself. The other cool part about this one is it's interchangeable back straps. When you buy it new from the factory, you get a couple of back straps. You get 2 of the high cap mags. It also features a lanyard hook. Not that I use it for anything, but it's there. It is a standard single double action. It's cool. Obviously, if you got one in the hole and you decock it, you're going to be in your double action, which is a long take up. But I'm supposing that's because there's no physical safety on the firearm. But in the single action mode, it is a awesome little pull with a really short reset. It's maybe a 1/4 inch reset, and it's good to go. So it's awesome. For being a $300 to $350 semi-auto full frame 9, you can't complain about it, man. It's really well done. Taurus receives a lot of love and a lot of hate, and I don't understand the hate. I really don't. I own several in several different calibers, and when I bought my first one and I read all the reviews and I did everything you guys are doing now, I looked at it and there was a lot of love and a lot of hate for it, and I went out and I bought it and I ran the crappiest ammo I could find through it. I ran steel casing, I ran this and I ran that, and I tried to get it to malfunction just under regular conditions, and I never had a problem. I never had a mag drop. I never had a misfeed, a stovepipe, a double feed, nothing. I've never had a problem out of any of my Tauruses. So, not that there aren't bad ones out there. It's a numbers game. Occasionally you get a bad truck or a bad gun or a bad, whatever happens. It's a numbers game. With so many of them, one of them's going to be bad. It happens. Not all of them are bad. If you have the opportunity, I would pick one up. I would shoot one. It's really worth having. It's a good full frame double stack 9, and I've got big hands, so it's nice to have something that's comfortable in my hand. Takes up my whole hand very comfortably. The Ruger LCP 380 is, it feels like I'm trying to hold a micro thing. It just doesn't work. So for being a full frame and fitting comfortably in my hand, love it. The fact that it's got changeable parts right out of the box with the back straps, it's just cool. For its price point, it's a really, really, really cool firearm. I can't say anything bad about it. If at some point I'll get out to a range and shoot it for you and show you what it does. It's really decently accurate out of the box. It didn't have to do anything to it, didn't need anything extra. It's just an overall great gun, and I hate to call it a cheap gun, but for the price point, you can't really say anything about it. It's just cheap. $300 is cheap to get a full frame gun with all these features. It's really well done for the price point, I believe. It comes apart like any of your other standard semi-autos. The takedown levers here, if you pull the slide back a little bit, pull your takedown levers, it slides apart like any other one. For being a $300 gun, I was expecting mil marks and all kinds of craziness, but there's really not a lot in here. It's pretty basic. The one feature I like versus my 45, I've got a Millennium Pro 45, is that there's actually put a feed ramp here to ramp to the barrel, which is, you know, it's cool because on my 45 it's all one piece. It's in the barrel, feed ramp's part of the barrel, it slides in, does its own thing. But it's cool, and I believe part of that was because the guts of this one and the guts of the 24/7 are identical, and it was, from my understanding, was supposed to be a mil-spec replacement for a sidearm, and it never really panned out. So they modified it a little bit, whatever they did, to make it civilian ready, and here it is in the civilian market. So for being what it is for a little $300 pistol, it is fabulous, man. It's run flawless. Like I said, I've run everything through it. I've never had a problem, never had a malfunction. You know, that's the one drawback a lot of you might see on this one, is there's no physical safety, but you know, I don't rely on safeties either. It's your own personal choice. I believe it's another mechanism to fail. So however you hold that, or however you want to take that. But like I said, if it's in the you know, the double action mode, it's a really long hard draw. It's probably 8 or 10 pounds. It's a good draw. So, you know, kudos to them for having that option because of no safety, I guess. Other than that, guys, it's your standard issue. It's a three white dot sight. Not that you can see it very well in this lighting, but it's 3 white dots, which is also different from my 45. My 45 has straight 8 sights. That's factory. So it was really cool to get my hands on this one and shoot it. I've put hundreds and hundreds of rounds through it in the couple of months I've had it, and it's an awesome firearm. I really, really enjoy it. It's I recommend it, man. If you can have one, I'd get one, or shoot your buddies, or yeah, they're awesome. So I hope that helped you guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, please feel free to comment or message me, but I'm happy to answer it or whatever I can for you. If you're here in Florida, I'd be happy to go shooting with you if you can get a hold of me. But yeah, there it is. There you go. Now you know. So as long as you guys are safe out there, always carry something with you, and always check your 6. You should be okay.